Hello and welcome to Logos College Online Learning. This is Ajarn Toto. Today, I know that all of you are excited about coming to class, and this is going to be, hopefully this is the last online video for this term, okay? I hope you guys learned something, but when you come back to class, I'll go over all the homework with you when you come back to class next week. Okay. Today, I need to introduce you to some new material, and this is still Unit 5. Unit 5, the advanced interview techniques. Okay. So previous video, we talked about competency-based questions. And those are questions that during your job interview, they'll ask you, and they ask you these questions because they want to know, do you have the knowledge, do you have the skills, and do you have the behavior required to do a specific job? Right? They just don't want to hear you say, yes, I am good at solving problems. They want to hear stories, right? They want proof. They want evidence of how you were in a specific tough situation and you were able to solve the problem, and what were the results? What did you do, or what happened afterwards? Today, I want to talk about this method that a lot of people use this method to help them structure, to help them plan and structure an answer to competency-based questions, right? It's called the STAR method, S-T-A-R. Okay? And each letter stands for something different. Okay? S stands for situation. All right. Let me extend this out. All right. So S stands for situation. And situation, it says, set the scene and give the context. Give an outline of a specific real situation or problem that you faced in the past. Right. So situation is what happened? What was going on? Why was there a problem, or what was something that you had to do? All right. T. Oops, sorry. T stands for target, or sometimes people say task. Right. So target or task is, what did you decide to do? Right. What are you planning to do? It says, go into more detail and identify the specific aspects you focused on and why. What was the target or task necessary to improve the situation? Right? How are you going to make this situation better? Next one, A. A stands for action. Okay. So action is, what did you do? All right. Describe the specific action that you took in order to improve the situation. What did you do? How did you do it? And when did you do it? And why did you do it? Okay. So the action is what you physically did. And R stands for results. Okay. Finish by talking about the outcomes of your action and the difference it made. What happened in the end? What was accomplished? And what did you learn? Okay. So the STAR method, S-T-A-R. Each letter stands for something different. Okay? We're going to analyze two situations and use a STAR method in each situation. Okay? I'm not going to play the audio for you to save time, but what I'm going to do is here it is right here. All right, situation 1, S, situation. I'm sorry, scenario 1. All right, S, situation. The problem was, it was exactly the same time as my exam session. Right? So I played this audio in the last video where the guy, he was at school still and he got an internship. Right? He had to make a difficult choice. Right? So this competency-based question would be, please tell us about a time where you had, tell me about a time when you had to make a difficult decision. Okay. And his difficult decision was, his situation was, he had to choose between exam and a job. Right? Okay. T, what was the task? What was the target? I had to choose between studying for my exams and getting involved in the case. A, action. What did he do? He did two things. First one, he spoke to his professor at university and explained the situation. Second one, in the end, I had to put my studies first. So he spoke to his professor and then he decided, you know, I'm more concerned about my studies instead of this job. So what was the result? When I explained this to my employer, they were actually very supportive. And when they saw how disappointed I was at missing the opportunity, they made sure I got more involved in the next big case that came up. Another result, and because I'd had a chance to study properly, I passed my exams with a very good grade. Right? So he was able to tell a story about a time when he had to face a difficult decision. Let's go to part F right here. And this, I'm going to play this audio for you. And this is about Vicky, this girl named Vicky. I think that's her right there. And she's applying for a variety of positions at a leading international pharmaceutical company. Right? Communications manager Vicky Tang is invited to attend an interview at Clyde & Johnson's. Right? So we're going to listen to this extract. Right? What problem did Green Pharmaceuticals have? What did Vicky do to tackle this problem? And what was the effect of Vicky's actions? All right, let me find this audio for you. Here we go.
5.6. As you know, the position here at Clyde & Johnson's requires somebody with strong communication and organizational skills. Could you tell us about a time when you had to use these skills at work?
Yes, of course. At the moment, I spend a lot of time traveling between Asia and Europe, working with regional teams, organizing educational events. So I use both of these skills on a regular basis. Let me give you an example. As you know, the Chinese market is growing in all areas, including pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. However, at the time, Green Pharmaceuticals felt that they didn't have enough contacts in China. It was clear that the situation wasn't very good for us. We needed to improve things. So in order to increase our number of contacts in China, I decided to organize a pharmaceutical conference in Beijing. It was my responsibility to ensure that all the right people were invited. I really had to use all my skills at communicating in both English and Mandarin to persuade people to participate. In the end, my hard work resulted in a successful conference with our employees meeting and talking to the right people. Oh. As a matter of fact, this conference was such a success that it is now an annual event and has led directly to closer professional relationships between Green Pharmaceuticals and key contacts in China.
Okay, so Vicky answered a question, and it was when a time she had to resolve a difficult situation, right, or problem. So what problem did Green Pharmaceuticals have? And the problem was there weren't enough contacts in China. This was her audio script typed out right here. Right? There wasn't enough contacts in China for Green Pharmaceuticals. Right? So they wanted to sell their products in China, but they didn't have enough contacts. There's not enough people that networked. What did Vicky do to tackle this problem? So what did she do? She said she organized a pharmaceutical conference in Beijing. Right? And number 3, what was the effect of Vicky's actions? So what was the effect? That's like saying, what were the results? So in the end, what happened? Right? And she said that the conference was a success and led to closer professional relationships between Green Pharmaceuticals and key contacts in China. Right? So because of her action, Green Pharmaceuticals was able to find important contacts in order to help them sell their products in China. So let's look at Vicky's situation again, her response to this problem. And let's use the STAR method, S-T-A-R, on her story. So S, situation. The problem Green Pharmaceuticals was facing. And I underlined it for you. However, at the time, Green Pharmaceuticals felt they didn't have enough contacts in China. Right? T, the target. What was her solution? What did she want to do? What was her solution? Right? We needed to improve things. So her solution was to make things better. Right? Action, what did she do? She decided to organize a pharmaceutical conference in Beijing. Right? And 4, what was the result? In the end, my hard work resulted in a successful conference with our employees meeting and talking to the right people. Okay. So when you when you're asked these questions, all right, be sure to, when you answer, not just say what you can do or just don't talk about your characteristics. Right? You have to give examples. And using the STAR method to tell a story is a great way to answer a competency-based question. Okay. Your homework last week, the problem, Vicky was asked another question, and it said, tell me about a time when you had to resolve a difficult situation. Okay. And these were the questions for your homework. And it said, listen to Vicky's response to question exercise 2J in pairs. Discuss the following questions. Okay. What was the problem? And this was also part of your homework. Okay. And I wanted to do the STAR method to show how she also used the STAR method to answer another competency-based question. So the situation was the main guest speaker, his flight was canceled. And he wasn't sure if he was going to make it on time, right? And he was a very important speaker. And a lot of the people that participate in the conference would be highly disappointed if he didn't show up. So that was the situation. Task. What did she decide to do? What was her solution to the problem? Right? She had to find another flight for the speaker. Right? So what was her action? Right? What did she do? What was her action? Right? After a bit of negotiation with a different airline, right, she got him booked into a slightly later flight. Right? So she called the airline, a different airline, and got him on a later flight. So that means he was able to attend the conference. Another action she took was she invited the people that were waiting to have some coffee and cakes. So what was the result of all of this? What was the result of what Vicky did to resolve a difficult situation? The result was the people actually liked the coffee and cakes because it gave them a chance to network a little bit and get to know some of the other conference participants. And then the speaker finally arrived. All right, it was actually difficult to get everybody back in the main hall. She managed to keep everybody happy and ensure that the conference went as smoothly as possible. All right. So remember, STAR, situation, task, target, action, results. Okay. That is it for this video. Next video, we're gonna go and talk about weaknesses. All right, that's gonna be the last video of this term. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.